Hi guys, my name is Mauricio Oz and today I will teach you how to tune the guitar using a guitar tuner or an app on your phone. Tuning is one of those things when you are starting to play. Let's say you just bought a guitar and you are about to take some lessons or learning songs on YouTube or whatever. But it's one of those things that can be very scary. But today, thanks to technology, we have a lot of tools, a lot of apps that can help us. So today I'm going to teach you how to use those apps or those tuners, how to set up them, and how do you play. So the first thing I recommend to you is, if you have any smartphone, download an app. There are many apps today that are free. Just pick one, maybe try a few, see which one you like. They might look different, but the principle is the same. I'm going to teach you. It's the same as something like this. This is a clip-on guitar tuner, and being an app or being a tuner like this, the principle will be the same. Now, besides downloading an app, which I have on my phone, and probably every guitar player in the world has one or should have one on their phones, I would strongly recommend to you to invest on something like this. This is called a clip-on tuner because you clip on the guitar like this. And what this guy here does is you play and he picks up the vibration of the guitar and base the tuning on the vibration. So having both is, I would say it is, if you can invest on something like this, having both would be a good investment for you, and it's gonna make your life a lot easier. When you know how to use them, you see it's not that hard. So let's go and let's learn how to use them, how to set up them. So guys, the first thing you have to learn before tuning is the name of the strings. So what we have here is the name of the strings on your guitar. If you look at the guitar from bottom to the top of the guitar, when I say bottom is the physical bottom, like the very thin string, we have E and then B and then it goes up G, D, A, and then the very top one, the very thick one is called the E. So guitar, the bottom guitar, we say that's number 1, the second bar is number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. So the bottom one is number 1, then number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So those are the names of the strings. Very important because when you buy a tuner or on your phone, the one thing that displays on the screen is the name of the strings. So okay, let's say you got your tuner, you turn it on. It might change depending on the tuner you have, but pretty much this is what you see here. So what we have here, you see on the tuner, you have here in the middle here, that is going to be the name of the string here. So let's say we are tuning either the bottom or the top, which is called E. So that's the name of the string here. So that here, that's the string. Okay. Now the tuner, you guys will see some letters. Sometimes you don't, but most tuners you have those letters on the bottom here. So you have C, G, B, V, and U. Those stands for C for chromatic, which means you can tune any instrument. G is for guitar. G is for guitar. That's what you want here. Oops. G is for guitar, which that's what you want. Then we have B for bass, V for violin, and U for ukulele. Now the tuner, you have like a button here, or sometimes two buttons usually. Either here or it might be on the side here, somewhere. So one of these buttons will be on, off, and the other one will be called pitch. The pitch is this number here. That number here, guys, we want 440. That is related to the physics, how many times a string vibrates in seconds or minutes. I don't know exactly. Anyway, what you want is 440. If you press that, go for 441, 442, and then it goes back to 439. Then anyway, go to 440. That's what we want. Now you set up either for chromatic or guitar. I would say guitar is easier because you only picks the sound of the strings. It just makes it a lot easier. Now the tuners, they work like this. they will have here a needle or lights here. See, lights here. That when you play, those lights will flash. What you want is the middle, the light to get, or the needle to go to the middle. That's what you want. So you might play and the needle or the light will be like here or here. Then you know you're gonna have to do something on your guitar. So depending on the direction you tune, you see the needle moving one way or the needle moving the other way. So what you want is to find the middle. So this is what you set up. Remember, so just doing a recap here, you have the name of the strings in the middle. That's the name of the string. Those letters here, we want the G or the C, preferably the G. The number here, if you can see a number here, you will go for 440. Sometimes tuners won't have that, and you can set up all this on the buttons, which usually are on the side, sometimes on the back as well. You can, if you press, you see that's what you find. Now let's go to the guitar and let's learn how to use a tuner in a real situation. Hi guys, so here is the tuner. So we turn it on by pressing the on and off button. See, there's those buttons here. You press the on and off, hold it, and tuner is on. So as you can see, we have the C here, which if I change, see the letters move. G for guitar, B for bass, ukulele, violin. So either C or G. I'm going to leave it on the G for guitar. Now mine has these numbers here, the 440. So if I press 441, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes all the way. See, 430, 32, 33. What you want is 440. So this is what you do. So you clip it on the guitar here. You clip it here, and when you play, the name of the string will show you on the screen. And what you want is that the lights here go all the way to the middle. If I play, what you see is the light is just behind the middle, which means it's not good on that tuner here. So then we have those tuning keys or tuning pegs on the guitar. So if you move one way, the strings gonna either get higher or lower depending on how the strings are put here, like on the way that they are put here. Usually 99% of those cases, if you go away from you, like that, like this, you are making the string, the sound of the string get higher and higher, meaning the needle here or the lights here, they go that way, like that way. If you move towards you, the lights will go this way here. All right, playing here, as we can see, mine is almost okay. I didn't want it, but mine actually is quite good. I'm gonna make it a little worse. Okay, so let's say I'm playing that string. Okay, see, the light is before the middle and I want the middle. So what I do, I go away from you, that way, and until the blue thing here lights up. Now the tuner, what happens is, sometimes after the first 2 seconds, the tuner might go a bit crazy. So let's say the first 2 seconds is what counts. So my top string, the E, is almost in tune. Yeah, now it's in tune. Okay. Okay, now it's good. Now let's see the A. See the A, it goes over the middle, means it's higher than what it's supposed to be. So I'll pull back a little bit. Until we reach the middle. Nice. Now it's good. See, it's on the blue here. Again, the first 3 seconds is what counts. Okay, good. The D is a little higher. Move back a little. That's it. Now the G string, See, that one is way here, so it's lower than what it's supposed to be. Remember the rule, go away from you and the sound will get higher. Now let's try the B. See, the B again is lower than what it's supposed to be. Okay, that's good here. Now the E. Oh, I think the B, it might be. Yeah, it's good. Now the E. Yeah, sometimes the E, it sounds, instead of you see E here, you might see A or B. That's common on the bottom E string. Just play a little harder if that happens. Yeah. Now it's good. Oh, a little bit more. Yeah, see, mine keeps changing from E to A. Now that's E. Now it stabilizes. Yeah. Now it's good. Okay guys, this is how you tune the guitar. If your guitar is, let's say, close to being tuned, not in tune, but close to being tuned. Now let's say you bought a guitar and your guitar is really out of tune, like really out of tune, in a way that even the tuner won't be able to pick it up if you are in the guitar mode. That happens. So that's why we also have an option, which is the C, stands for chromatic. If you just bought a guitar, it might be wise to tune the first time on the C mode, the chromatic mode. So I'm gonna show you why and what you do if you bought a guitar that's so out of tune that if you put on the guitar mode, you won't even recognize these strings. So let's see what you do in those cases. Okay guys, so let's say you bought a guitar or you have a guitar and for some reason the strings are really out of tune, in a way that if you put on the G mode, the tuner won't even pick up, because the G mode will only works for if the strings are close to being tuned. But if they're really out of tune, the tuner will get lost. That's why we have the C, the chromatic mode. So let's say the guitar is really out of tune and you have to set up for here, for the C here, the chromatic one, which is that one here. So you put C, the chromatic mode here, and then what you do, you play the strings, and now something will appear on your screen. So set up for C, and then let's see what you do in those cases. So let's say here what we have is, those are the name of the strings. So first string, the bottom string is E, then B, G, D, A, E. To the top is the E string. But let's say you play the top string, you start tuning from the top one, and instead of showing E, you are in chromatic mode, that string on the screen you see a D. So what do you do? Well, here we have all the 12 notes we have in music. So a quick theory lesson, we have 12 notes in music. So the first note is the C, the second note here, that guy here has two names. One is called C sharp. Yeah, that symbol here, the hash, that's the word sharp. That same note can also be called a D flat. So that symbol here, the little B, stands for the word flat. Put it here. Okay, flat. So first note C, then C sharp or D flat, then we have the D, that one here, D sharp or E flat, E, F, that one F sharp here, that one here, F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, then you have the A, that one here is called A sharp or B flat, and then it finishes on B. Those are all the notes we have on on our music system. So let's say you are trying to tune the E string, the top E here, number 6, that guy here, but it's showing D on the tuner. That means you want that note here, but the tuner is showing that one. Okay, the order here is this, guys. From here, let me just clean the screen a little. From here to going that way, the pitch goes higher. So that's the lowest note. That all the way here goes to the highest note. So out of all those notes, the B would be the highest. So here again, so coming back to your tuner, you are trying to tune the E, but you see the D on the screen. It means you gotta tune, you gotta move, check the string. The string is gonna be attached to one of those tuning keys, tuning pegs. You twist in a way that the sound will get higher. It goes from lower to higher, so you twist. So the D note here, the tuner, once you start moving, is gonna show D flat, D sharp, or see, D sharp can also be called E flat. So it's gonna be showing, depending on how the brain of the tuner, it shows D, then D sharp or E flat, and then from there it goes to an E. So let's say you are trying to tune the G note, the G string, that one here. So you're trying to tune the G, which is that one here, but your tuner, you are in chromatic mode, remember, and your tuner shows A. Shows A. That means the string is sounding higher than what it's supposed to be. So you find the G string, find the thing that is attached, and you move in a way that the sound you get lower and lower. Usually the rule is, if you move towards you, it gets lower. If you move away from you, it gets higher. So find the G string. If it is showing A, that it means it's too high. You move the tuning key in a way that the A, so it shows first A, then you move a little bit, it's gonna show A flat or G sharp and G flat, G sharp, and then it goes to a G. So that's what you do if the guitar is really out of tune. Go to the chromatic mode and follow those notes there. It's quite tricky, but you can do it. So guys, that's how you use a guitar tuner or a phone. It's the same principle. Can be a bit scary, but it's kind of easier than it looks. Might be a little tricky on the first time, but then you see, you do it one day, second day, third day, then it becomes easy. I've tuned a lot of people, and as soon as they realize, okay, away from you, the thing goes higher and it moves that way. If you move towards you, it goes that way here. Then it's just having a little patience, and you see, eventually you can tune the whole guitar in 2 minutes. Guys, I hope that lesson helps. Don't be afraid of tuning your guitar. Tuning is very important. Remember, download the app. If you can, invest on a tuner. I would recommend a clip-on tuner. I think it's the best one. And then just go and play. Tune and play. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know that it's helpful. Tuning is super important. Remember, it can be scary, but you can do it. Thank you so much for watching, and go practice.